All right, class. Time for the next video lesson. Today we're going over section 1.9, and we'll be taking a look at order of operations and the distributive property found on page 48. For our first example, let's take a look at this. I want to work two examples with you first before we go over kind of the rules, just to see if you guys remember, refresh your memories a little bit, and just kind of get in there and work some problems. Here we have 2 plus 4 times 3. So what we're going to do first is we're going to actually multiply first. It's part of order of operations. So I'm going to copy down the 2 plus, and then I'm going to say 4 times 3, which is 12. And now 2 plus 12, of course, is 14. Some students wonder, does it really matter if I had multiplied first? Well, it does. If you want, go over to the side, work it out the other way, and you'll notice you'll get a different answer. This is the proper way to work it out. If you work it out a different way, you get a different answer. The wrong answer. You must work it out this way. All right, next we have this over here. We have negative 12 divided by 6 minus parenthesis 1 plus 4, okay? So right here what we're going to do is we're going to first, we're going to do it inside this parenthesis over here first. So I'm going to say negative 12 divided by 6 minus, I'm going to put the, would that be 5? 5 right there, all right? Next I'm going to divide. I'm going to say negative 12 divided by 6 is negative 2 minus 5. Well, 2 minus 5, order of operations, not order of operations, but remember adding the opposite, where we change this subtraction symbol to addition. So we say negative 2, we don't change the first one. We say plus negative 5 is equal to negative 7. So that's our answer. Okay? Woohoo! Now, for those of you who are wondering, like, why are we working out in this weird order? Here's why. You might not remember this. But here we have these letters, and I want you to write down these letters. And maybe you won't remember this little rhyme, but I think most of you do. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. It was something that came up with to help us remember order of operations, and what these letters actually stand for is the P is for parentheses, E is for exponents, M is for multiplication, D is for division, A is for addition, and S is for subtraction. Now I need to point out a few things about this. The order they are shown is the order that you work them in. So we always do parentheses first. Next, we do exponents. We won't be dealing with any exponents today, though, okay? So you won't have to worry about the E. Next is not M, but M and D. So with this one, we don't worry so much about doing the multiplication before the division. No, we worry about which one's written first. So if the division is written before the multiplication, we do that first. They're on the same level, okay? Same for addition and subtraction. Next, we do addition and subtraction. It depends on which one's written first, then we do that one first, okay? So do your parentheses, then your exponents, then your multiplication and division, then your addition and subtraction. All right, let's look at another example. Ooh, got a big doozy. We got something in parentheses over here, something in parentheses over here. So we got to do all the stuff inside the parentheses first before we can multiply. That's multiplication symbols outside the parentheses. So here we have subtraction and addition. Which do I do first? I just got done telling you, you do, because subtraction and addition are on the same group together, we do whichever one is written first. So I'm going to say 5 minus 3, which is 2. And then I'm going to say plus 7. And then I'm going to get 9. And there's a times symbol in between all of that, okay? Over here, I'm going to say, well, I've got subtraction and division. Subtraction's written first, but guess what? We don't do subtraction first because division is in that group before subtraction. So we divide first. So I have 4 minus, well, 8 divided by 2 is 4. So I end up with 0. 9 times 0 is, well, 0. So that is how, I'm just putting parentheses there because it needed to be there, but that is how we work it. So you should get 0 as your answer for this. Here's another problem, and I think this would be a good idea for you to practice. Pause the video and work this problem out and see if you can get the right answer. So pause the video, work it all the way out, then hit play and see if you get the same answer I do. So I'm going to go ahead and work it now. So first we have parentheses, so we're going to say 12 divided by 4 minus 7 plus 4, which is 11. Okay? And now I have 12 divided by 4, which is 3 minus 11. Okay? So now I end up with, if you don't remember what 3 minus 11 is, you could add the opposite and get 3 plus negative 11, which is equal to negative 8. That would be the answer there. Okay? Hopefully you all got that answer. If you didn't, you just made some mistakes. Go back and see what mistakes you did, erase it, and write down what I have here. If you did it the way I did it, great. All right, we need to go over one last thing, and that is the distributive property. The distributive property basically says this. It's got more to it, but we're going over the basics. If you got a number touching a parenthesis, you multiply. 6 times 4, 24. 5 times 11, 55. And that's the distributive property. It's got more in-depth stuff to it, but we really don't need to go over the in-depth stuff yet. We'll do that later once we start introducing more algebra to our problems. All right, hope you guys enjoyed it.